The Ashes is officially over. A lot of people say thank God. Australia 4-1. England is how it finished. England losing the final test by 5 wickets in early hours this morning, despite a very, very good century and a half for Jacob Bethel. England captain Ben Stokes said this. Australia are an incredible team. You have to give them a lot of credit. But to be truthful to ourselves, we've done a bit of damage. It's a tough one to take. We know we can play so much better than that, but we've got to give full credit to Steve Pat and the Australian team. Crucially, it wasn't 5-0, thank God, as Malcom Conn told us it would be, but Malcolm, you were almost spot on. Good day, Malcolm. So are you saying this could be a whitewash, Malcolm?
Well, that's pretty standard, really, isn't it? It might rain in Sydney, so it might be a draw, so it might be 4-0, but outside that...
I tell you now, Malcolm had a nice case of Barossa Valley wine to send you if it was 5-0, so thank God for that.
Well, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Yes, there was an aberration there in Perth and the game was over in 2 days, but other than that, it went pretty much to what we thought it was I couldn't say according to plan because I don't think there was one for England, but unfortunately they had a decent team and I thought they underperformed very badly.
Yeah. What advice would you, Malcolm, if suddenly someone at the ECB said, come on, Malcolm, you said 5-0, you were very, very close to being 5-0. What advice would you give to England? Was it just a case of, I said to Gabby earlier, the little bit I know, when you've got a top bowler like Stark, etc., play a shot. He's difficult. His balls that don't have the length to trouble you. If it's short, then have a go, but be defensive. It's Test cricket. England got it all wrong at times.
Well, the biggest problem England had, particularly early in the series, was leaving the ball. I mean, Test cricket goes for 5 days, not 5 hours, and you can hang around and build an innings. And if you look at some of the shots they played in that 2-day test in Perth when they had all the running, I mean, to me it keeps going back to Perth. They could and should have been one up in after Perth and actually bossing the series, but a series of poor decisions. And to me, this all goes back to a lack of preparation and the cult of Bazball. I mean, they booked themselves a trip to Noosa a year in advance. Did they try and book the Wacker ground in Perth a year in advance, which India did the previous season, spent a week there practicing on the bouncy Perth Wacker wicket, and then went out and won the first test, which is a fantastic effort by India. We had England doing the opposite.
So you clearly have to question England's preparation, which so many old great England players have done, and Ben wasn't happy with that.
Well, Ben shouldn't be happy. He should look in the mirror or look at a few video clips of his players getting out and wonder what's in their heads and why they're playing the way they are. But to have 2 days at Lilac Hill on a pitch that bounces about a foot high, when you play on the Wacker, and now the Wacker soil is in the Perth Stadium pitch, which bounces about a metre high, is no preparation at all. They just weren't ready for the conditions. They weren't in the right mindset. You don't play big shots, big drives in Perth. You drive under your eyes or you let it go. They did all the wrong things early on, and when they should have, as I said, been bossing the series and just were trying to play catch-up, weren't good enough.
Malcolm, the Australian team is definitely ageing. Are you actually nervous now about the next Ashes series in England?
Well, I'm interested. I don't know about nervous, but I'm certainly interested. But yeah, you're right. And the team has been ageing for a while. And if you look at it, that showed this series, I think, with the bowlers, because Stark is the only frontline bowler we really had. Cummins played one test. He was injured. Hazel didn't play at all. Lyon only made an impact in Adelaide. He got injured in that test match. Didn't see him and don't know when we're going to see him again. So I agree that age is a factor, and I think that Australia were here for the taking. And after 4 sessions of this series, I thought England were going to take them.
The Ashes, the pinnacle in cricket, is that? Have we got to be careful here now because of the domination of Australia?
Yes.
That maybe it's not anymore.
Well, that's possible, but if you look at the series in England, there have been some terrific close-fought series. You only have to go back a couple of years to 2003. Australia got 2-0 up, and then England fought back and probably shaded that series. A 2-2 draw, the series before in 2019, a 2-2 draw. So I think the next series in 2020 and 27 is going to be really interesting. And I think it's going to show up some interesting talent from both teams. And I've got to say, I'm looking forward to Bethnal playing more cricket because, gee, he played well. And I'll tell you what, he hasn't been inculcated by the cult of baseball because he played proper Test cricket.
Yeah. Malcolm, you were almost right, but you were definitely right with the Aussie victory. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Talk later, Malcolm. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go, Malcom Conn, Aussie cricket journalist. He almost got it right, didn't he? I don't know. Yeah, in the back of my mind, look, I don't know what it's like to face a ball like 100 mile an hour and stuff like that, Gab, but bottle, does it come into it? You know, guts, I've got to stand here. I've got to be in here for 2-3 hours. I'm not going to give a cheap wicket away.
Yeah,
does that come into it?
How many cheap wickets and how many bad decisions did we make?
Too many.
So, like you says, you can't all be the blame on the coach, McCulloch. It's got to be a lot of blame on the players as well.
Yeah. And I wonder how Ben's feeling. Listen, Ben's a great player, a great competitor, but he got out, his ball getting out. He's clearly not fit. He's maybe taking too much on. But I keep going back to the has-beens, you know, that statement.
Didn't have to say that.
Don't say that.
A lot you just said that as well.
Preparation was all wrong. It was wrong.
You said as well, it's frustrating because the Ashes in Australia, you're looking forward to it, and the Aussies must think, yeah, okay, same old story. You're going to come here. It's going to be a comfortable victory for us. Send you back to England.